Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I am Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me for today is Jay Huseman, and we are here for our Who Will Beat Max Reaves, a Flat Rock review for the ARCA East Series.
Well, as you like to say, time will tell the rest of that story, and we'll have to wait for the rest of that story.
3 out of 3. He's going to go for 4. It's pretty fun to see him pretty much dominate. It's the Joe Gibbs Racing number 18, and I believe that anybody who's driven it has won in it.
It has. I mean, the team obviously is a part of it, but you also got to give credit to the driver. We have seen some drivers in Joe Gibbs Racing machines not perform the same, but we also had a couple of different drivers battling, at least in contention, we'll say. One, as it is when you look at the scoring. So again, it's one of those of the timing is right. The team, the magic, everything all falling into place. We know that doesn't just happen by happenstance. Both sides put in their part.
Absolutely. Well, they ran the Dutch Boy 150 on Saturday night, and it was dominated pretty much by Max Reaves.
He did. He's in that number 18 Cookout Toyota, scoring his third career ARCA Menard Series East victory in his third career series start, as Sharon mentioned in Saturday's Dutch Boy 150 there at Flat Rock Speedway. Now, Reaves, who earned his second career General Tire Pole Award earlier in the day, led 144 of the race's 150 laps en route to that victory.
Reaves joins, as I mentioned, Will Rogers as the only 2 drivers to win each of their first 3 career ARCA Menard Series East starts. Reaves won earlier in the season at Five Flags Speedway as well as Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Rogers, who is now a driver, coach, and spotter, won at Watkins Glen International and New Jersey Motorsports Park in 2017, and again at New Jersey Motorsports Park in 2018.
Now, Tyler Reif mentioned at least one of being in contention. It was in the number 23 Vegas fastener manufacturer, Sigma Performance Services Chevrolet, finished second for the second consecutive race. Now, Reif led 6 laps, the only driver to lead throughout the course of the race, the only other driver to lead aside from Max Reaves.
Now, Takuma Koga, and I love that he races in the ARCA East Series. He drives the number 12 Macnica Yet Aikido CKB Toyota and scored his best career ARCA Menard Series platform finish in 3rd place. Koga recovered from a spin after a nudge from Isaac Kitzmiller, who drives the number 79 ALL Construction Chevrolet on lap 9. He quickly returned to the top 5 and was at times the fastest car on the track. Koga's previous best career platform finish was 4th at another quarter-mile bull ring that was Orange Show Speedway in San Bernardino, California.
Well, that was great to see, and especially more so of knowing it was after the incident to recover from that. Would have liked to have seen it play out then, of not have to battle that. As you mentioned, having the fastest car at times. So would have been interesting, but it's not the way it played out. Now, Matt Kemp, the number 10 ELHdetailing.com Ford, had a superlative day, setting career bests in qualifying and the race. Kemp, who has numerous wins in the MCR Dwarf Car division at Flat Rock Speedway, qualified second and then finished 4th, his first career ARCA Menard Series East top 5 finish. I love it when we see these drivers getting their best finish or going above and beyond where they've been at. I love to hear that.
Yes, indeed. And I will tell you, Matt Kemp had the Reese's move of the race as well. He avoided disaster. And if you haven't seen it yet, I'd highly recommend you watch the video over at arcaracing.com. Now, the Bounty Rookie Challenge contender, Austin Vaughn, driving the number 34 Safford Trading Company Ford, scored his first career ARCA Menard Series East top 5 finish in 5th place. Vaughn's previous career best finish was 13th, and that was at Rockingham Speedway back in April of this year.
Now, I always like to say it, you're going to start seeing these names more and more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Zachary Tinkle, the number 11 Racing for Rescue's Fast Track Racing Toyota, fought for an elusive handling issue throughout the day on his way to a sixth place finish. Tinkle, who made his 25th career East start on Saturday, finished fourth there at Flat Rock back in 2024 as well.
Okay, Kitzmiller was in contention for a top 5 finish until a flat tire in the final third of the race sent him down pit road for an unscheduled stop. Now, quick work by the CR7 Motorsports team got him back out on track, but he lost 4 laps in the exchange. Kitzmiller finished in 7th place and retains the series championship points lead by 6 points over Reif. Kitzmiller remains the only driver to finish in the top 10 in each of the 4 ARCA Menard Series East races so far this year.
And that is amazing. With that again, championship teams overcome obstacles and bad days to make them a decent or even a good day, if you will. So the fact that he's still the points leader, take that as the encouragement, if you will. Now, Brad Smith in the number 48 Gary's Speed Shop Ford scored his best career series finish in a nearly 500 career ARCA Menard Series platform starts, which was 8th. The ultimate underdog from nearby Shelby Township, Michigan, has 2 career top 10 finishes in 446 career ARCA Menard Series starts since 1988. His best finish was a 9th at Winchester Speedway back in 2020. Now, his 8th place finish at Flat Rock is his first career ARCA Menard Series East top 10 finish. Of all the ones I just talked about, seeing him set career high finishes or whatever, this one's got to ring true of just the endurance. We've talked about that when drivers break 130 race winless streaks. Michael Waltrip getting his first win after 400 and some starts. That's a great story as well.
It is indeed. Okay, now Jackson McLaren in the number 95 JSJ Construction, Bubba's Bout Broke Podcast Toyota, finished 9th after fighting electrical problems in qualifying, and that forced him to start shotgun in the field. McLaren was challenging for a top 5 finish, but a spin resulting from a cut left rear tire cost him several laps. So unfortunate situation there for him, but I'm sure we'll see him back before it's all said and done.
Now, Alex Maleki, the number 86 Geyser Power Plant Ford, finished 10th in his ARCA Menard Series debut.
Isaac Kitzmiller leads the ARCA Menard Series East standings by 6 points over Tyler Reif, headed into the 5th race of the season. The General Tire 150 at Dover Motor Speedway in July, so we're going to have to wait for that one. It'll be on July the 18th. Max Reaves is 3rd despite missing a race at Rockingham, and Zachary Tinkle and Takuma Koga round out the top 5.
And as you mentioned, the next race for that ARCA Menard Series East, the General Tire 150 at Dover Motor Speedway, Friday, July 18th. Now, that race will be a combination with the ARCA Menard Series and will pay full points and count towards both series championships. And that means it's going to be a whole lot tougher, I'll tell you that. The race will be televised live on FS1, and we'll give the times and more information as we preview that as it gets closer. But as always, you can stay up to date on all ARCA information at arcaracing.com, as well as following them on at ARCA Racing, at ARCA_Racing on X, which is formerly known as Twitter. And as Sharon said, I know as soon as I get the chance, I'm going to watch the Reese's sweet move of the race. I hadn't seen who won it yet.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing save that he avoids that disaster. Now, this weekend, you'll want to check out our preview shows that'll be coming up at the end of this week. We'll be reviewing for the ARCA Menard Series. There's actually 2 races, one on Friday at Charlotte for the main ARCA Menard Series, and then the other will be at Colorado National on Saturday for the ARCA West Series. So Jay and I will be talking about it. So if you want to know what to expect and who to watch, you'll want to tune in for that.
Well, and I'll be talking about it again. I was already excited about Colorado last week and was trying to do that one this week. And you're like, no, the race isn't for another week. I messed that up. But good to see the ARCA West back, and I love seeing them at Colorado. So looking forward to that later on in the week, as well as later on tonight.
Yes, later on tonight, Sal will be joining me here shortly, and we will be doing the review shows for both the NASCAR Truck Series, as well as the Open and the All-Star Race for the NASCAR Cup Series. The weekend at North Wilkesboro was a weekend of rivalries and controversy, and that means that we'll be talking about all of that tonight on our Hot Topic Sound Off segment that will start at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific time. And joining me for that conversation will be Jay Huseman, as well as Chris Crichton.
That's right. I'll be back. All right. I'm not very good at imitating Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sorry.
Okay. He'll be back is what he was trying to say. Okay. So do watch for more coming soon. And then we mentioned the preview for the ARCA Menard series. Well, we'll also be previewing other races because all three series will be racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway this weekend, Jay.
Yeah, big weekend of previews because it's a big weekend of racing. Part of that, what used to be the All-Star couple of weeks, but they're still back-to-back, just not all at Charlotte, but still a big weekend for NASCAR in the Charlotte area.
All right. And I know last week I mentioned that we had talked with Trevor Huddleston and that he was going to do an interview. Sal got real busy with work and was out of town. We were unable to make that happen last week. We'll see what we can do this week, but it may be a couple more weeks before Trevor is able to come on. So just kind of keep that in mind. But as soon as we can get him, we will. Okay. And then, of course, was there anything you wanted to say before we move along, Jay?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. And we will look forward to talking to you, Jay, in NASCAR Hot Topics. And I'll see the rest of you in the next video.
I'll go get my voice rested up so I can argue with y'all. I mean, share my opinion.
Discuss. A friendly discussion.
There we go. Discuss. There we go. Discuss. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay. Take care, everyone.